Over 1,250 times a week, a nonprofit here in Polk County delivers meals to homebound and disabled patients. Meals on Wheels does so much more to make a difference in this community that we live in. But rather than me tell you, I could introduce you to those who are making a difference in this community. Joining us in studio is Susan Eldridge. She's the Executive Director for Meals on Wheels of Polk County. How you doing, Susan?
Good.
Also joining us is Michael Tanner. He's the Board President of Meals on Wheels of Polk County. How you doing, Mike?
Great. Glad to be here.
And of course, last but not least is Hank Schaus. Hank is a volunteer meal delivery driver for Meals on Wheels of Polk County. Did I get the last name right?
Yeah, that was really good.
I didn't even practice it.
It's not an easy one.
Nice. Guys, thanks for coming in today. Let's start off. What exactly is Meals on Wheels?
Well, it is a nonprofit organization, and we deliver a hot, nutritious meal each day to the homebound and disabled of Polk County, and it's also a daily contact for those people as well.
A couple years back, I had the privilege of driving around with one of your cars and going door to door up in up the various apartment things along that lines,
right.
Going floor to floor, and when you say making contact with those residents, talk about the importance of that daily contact.
Well, sometimes you're the only person that recipient sees during the day. So it's just a daily check. If they don't come to the door, or if there's something that the volunteer thinks is not right, they'll let us know. We can contact a family member. So that daily contact is important that way. Also, the volunteer will talk to them just for a few minutes. Those people really look forward to that.
And we're going to touch on with the volunteers. You have some very unique individuals that go out and fulfill a necessary role within Meals on Wheels and making that contact. And it's not just, hey, how you doing? It was a very nice and warming experience
right.
when I went with them.
Right.
From a board standpoint, Michael, what exactly do you see as your biggest challenge with Meals on Wheels?
Well, what we try to do as a board is we try to make sure that Susan and her team has everything she needs to do to conduct business on a daily basis. And our board, we have a pretty well-rounded board. We have real estate professionals, insurance specialists, we have an attorney, we have small business owners. I'm a CPA and an investment manager, so we all have something different to add, and coming together we do what we have to make sure that she can focus on serving our recipients. And we need to just kind of look at the strategy going forward and make sure that we've been here for over 40 years, and we want to make sure that we're still here 40 years from now.
Michael, talk about the importance of community leaders such as yourself in business, giving back to the nonprofits and guiding them down a path, and not only guiding them down a path, you're also learning and taking from these experiences too.
Well, that's right, and especially when you're a driver, you get to go out and actually meet these people, and it makes a huge difference. If you sit behind a desk all day and you do your things, you do business, you help your clients, you have your family that you go home to, but there's a whole different aspect of being part of the community, and going out and what we do is really special and important. And our volunteers get a warm and fuzzy feeling really going out and seeing these people, and it's important to know that.
Susan, the lifeblood of any nonprofit obviously is A, it's volunteers, and B, it's fundraising. Let's talk a little bit about the volunteers that make a difference within your nonprofit organization.
Well, our organization was built on volunteers and donations from the community. We have volunteers that usually work one day a week. They'll come in to deliver a meal or work in the kitchen or the thrift store. We have some that work more than that, but most of them work one day a week. They can just call us on the phone to find out more information, and it's easy to get set up to do that.
Well, from a fundraising standpoint, we know that you have fundraisers but a constant that you have is your store. Let's talk a little bit about that and how people can get involved, whether it be with coming in and working or even donating goods to you.
Right. Our thrift store is our largest fundraiser, we always say, but Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 are the hours, and they accept donations all of those days, anything that you might be able to be resold. And we also have trucks, if it's too big for you to bring in, that will come out and pick it up from you. So they can just call our office and we can set that up. But we definitely depend on those donations and, of course, people to shop there.
And what are some of those, and where exactly is the store?
The store is right behind the Meals on Wheels building at 626th Street Northwest in Winter Haven. So it's right behind us.
And let's talk about some of the items that the folks can donate, whether it, what are some of the things that you're looking for?
Well, anywhere from clothing to household items, furniture, anything that you think could be resold.
Michael, from a business standpoint, talk a lot about what, the bottom line of every nonprofit is reaching its goal, and these volunteers that come out, and whether they give of their goods, their services, or their time, or whatever it is, talk about from a business standpoint what volunteers mean to you guys.
Well, we would not be able to do what we do without volunteers. And it's not just people volunteering their time, it's people that can give money, it's people that think of us when they have garage sale type items and they bring them to us instead of bringing them to other charities, which are worthwhile as well, but we want people to think about us as well. And it's so important, the number of people. We have over 200 volunteers in a normal week that spend time at our facility, either driving or helping in the kitchen or helping in the thrift store. And it's incredible the amount of help and the amount of hours that people put in on behalf of us. And from an income statement and a balance sheet standpoint, which you have to look at as a business owner, and we look at those things and we track them, and we like to have good numbers, and it's important for us to have good numbers because we want to keep this going. And the better our numbers are, because we have more volunteers and we have more people giving things to the thrift store that we can turn around and sell, the more people we can help. And that's what we're here for, and that everything we do is centered around how we can better help the homebound recipients.
And of course, not only are they giving to a great cause, but some of the items that they give, tax deductible?
Absolutely. And one of the things that we want to make sure people know about is like stocks, appreciated securities. You can, of course, you need to see your own tax advisor before you do anything, but appreciated securities, you can get some tax benefits if you're thinking about giving money, but you don't want to give money because you'd have to sell a stock and realize a taxable gain. That's something that you can give to a charity, and you can get a fair market value at date of donation write-off from your taxes, and you don't have to accept the gain as income. So,
Susan, there is an advantage to having a CPA.
Yes.
Well, one of the guys that are on the front lines, going out and on day-to-day and making contact, shaking hands, and talking to those people, the volunteer. Hank, you're a volunteer. Talk to me about a day in volunteering for Meals on Wheels of Polk County.
Well, the volunteers are the lucky ones.
Why are they lucky?
Well, you get to go out in your community and actually do something that's good. Plus, it's extremely rewarding. It makes you feel good, and you are helping people. It's very important, I believe, that and the small amount of time that it really takes doesn't really break up your day. I encourage all whiteheads and wobblies that have still got a little gas
That
in
is
the
my
tank.
new favorite. Hank, that is priceless, brother.
Well, I encourage them to come on down and get involved. It'll really make you feel good.
Hank, you're out there day to day, and there were a couple when I went out with the crew last time. There were a couple that really don't have family in this area. Talk about the importance of that day-to-day contact with somebody that is disabled or homebound. That trip, seeing you at the door and making a difference in that person's life.
It is important. Most homes you don't just hand the food to them at the door. You go inside their home. And when you go there on a regular basis, you can tell when things are a little out of whack. You may not be able to help them personally, but you can relay the message to these gals back in the office, and they'll contact family. And the people get used to you. They get to counting on seeing you.
Yeah, I went on a Friday, and a couple of them were really disappointed that there's no Saturday and Sunday, delivery in it. I guess I'll see you guys Monday, and I thought it was really important and very unique at the way that you give back to the community, and you should be commended for it.
Well, I think these people that are recipients and they become dependent on us as much as for knowing that somebody is out there that cares as much as they are for the groceries, for the food.
Susan, we talked a little bit on Hank's part of driving day to day and getting the meals out to the individuals, but you also can use volunteers within the kitchen and making the meals for them. Talk a little bit about volunteer opportunities also.
Well, the kitchen is an important place. That's where they help us prepare and package the meals. So those people are the early risers. They come in about 6:30 to 10, but they love it just as much as talking to the volunteers that deliver the meals.
So there are plenty of volunteer opportunities.
Yes.
Well, we've talked volunteers. I guess the thing that we're talking now, and we've talked a little bit about the thrift store, but there are other chances for the community to give back to Meals on Wheels. You have two upcoming events, the first being a dinner.
Yes, it's a silent auction and dinner fundraiser. It is September 27th at Cypresswood Golf and Country Club. It's at 6 o'clock in the evening, so it's a fun time, and they give back at the same time, so they do enjoy that. We need auction items, so if anyone's out there, that's what we're collecting right now, and people to come, to buy sponsorships and to buy single tickets.
So let's talk about how they can become a part of it, whether it be by donating items, buying tickets, or coming to the dinner. How do they go about getting the tickets?
If they will call us in the office, which our number, do you have our number? Or?
I have it as 863-299-1616.
That's correct.
All right.
They can call there. They can come by our office and pick up the tickets, and we can give them ideas on the auction items, or they can be creative and tell us.
And of course, you also have a website, mealsonwheelspolk.com.
Yes.
And if you can't get a hold of her that way, it's always Susan at mealsonwheelspolk.com.
Yes.
And they can contact you like that?
Right.
Okay. Our second event comes up in December. Let's talk a little bit about that.
December 2nd is our golf tournament. It's our second year trying this. So last year was a success, so we decided to do it again, and it's also at Cypresswood. And you can call the same number and get information. There are foursomes, or you can be a single person as well on that.
And Michael, as our businessman, our statesman within the panel today, talk about and inspire businesses to get involved and give back to this incredible nonprofit within the Polk County community.
Well, one thing about golf tournaments, and a lot of guys do the golf tournament scene because they can either reward employees, or they can go out and get people that they do business with and spend an afternoon golfing and talk a little business while they're supporting a charity. And so that's important, and we wanted to try the golf tournament, which we did last year for the first time, and it was great, because that kind of opened it up to a different group of people that maybe we hadn't been focusing on before. The businessmen that go out and, outside salespeople and what have you, wholesalers, things of that nature that normally do golf tournaments. And it's just a new set. We're trying to broaden, and we want to find what works so that we can keep doing it, so that we can keep the funds coming in to keep the charity going strong.
Susan, are there any companies that are constant sponsors one way or another giving to Meals on Wheels you'd like to recognize?
Oh, I hope I don't forget anybody, but
I believe they'll forgive you, but some of them making a difference in this community.
Well, we always, Publix is one of our great, they donate to us each day, the bread and pastries. So especially the ones in the Winter Haven area.
They're great community partners.
They are. They're very good. We've got some new ones this year. Panera and Starbucks there that were built in Winter Haven this year have started donating to us.
Let me know when Chick-fil-A works in on that.
I'm working on them for the silent auction.
Exactly.
We have State Farm. There's different sponsors we have each year, but John Wood, of course, with Cypress Wood are great supporters. And I can't think of, can you think of some more?
Is it? Mike's running through his mental Rolodex.
Well, Walmart.
We have a lot.
Right,
Sure.
Walmart has helped us out, and Winn-Dixie's helped us out. So and Aldi.
Aldi's brand new to the community.
They are, and they have their distribution center nearby. So, and it's nice to have the new people, like Aldi's newer. They're opening more stores to support us, and of course Panera being new to Winter Haven, they give us donations twice a week, and that's part of their corporate culture as well. So it fits nicely.
And it's nice that you have these companies. Yes, they are large corporations that are in our community and that we rely on, but they're also giving back and rewarding the people that shop there and giving back to nonprofits such as yourselves.
Right, and that's important. It is, to be a good neighbor.
Susan, Michael, Hank, guys, thank you for coming in today, and thank you for informing us on Meals on Wheels of Polk County. And if there's anything we can ever do for you here at Polk Place, you're more than welcome to come back on and promote anything it is that you've got going on.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
much.
We appreciate what you do.
All right, and we encourage you at home that no matter what you do, if you're looking for a great nonprofit to support, Meals on Wheels of Polk is serving homebound and disabled people and getting about 1,250 meals out to these individuals. They're getting out and making a contact, and you may say to yourself, well, how can I be a part of it? It's as simple as either giving back monetarily or volunteering your hours, your time, or if you've just got some things in the garage you want to get rid of, give it to them. Let them take it through their thrift store and put them to good use and help these folks out. Meals on Wheels of Polk County, we want to remind you that Meals on Wheels, they have two fundraisers coming up. They have the silent auction and dinner fundraiser. That is scheduled for September 27th. And they also have the second annual golf tournament December 2nd. So if you can help out there, keep in mind you can give Susan a call, 863-299-1616 or mealsonwheelspolk.com. Now, you want to stop by and check out, see what's going on? Meals on Wheels is located at 620 6th Street Northwest in Winter Haven. And then just as an idea as what's going on, walk around, see if there's anything you can do and help them out. They could really use your help. Once again, the numbers to contact them, 863-299-1616 or mealsonwheelspolk.com.